Okay, 4.1. This is the last unit of your quarter. The good news is probably the most straightforward unit for you. So putting your energy into learning this material on time can boost your grade if you've been having issues. Another key is that your test, which is next week, is due on the same day. So it's due on Friday. This is because that Friday is the last day of your quarter, and so therefore you have to get it in by that day. So this is not one of those tests in my class to where you can ask if you can take it Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Once the test goes up, you have to take it that day. So you do want to make sure you stay up to speed so that you can actually be ready when that test comes up on Friday. One of our jobs in mathematics is displaying our answers visually. One of those visual methods is called graphing. I believe that's just what the visual method is. Your lesson today is going to focus on graphing, or plotting is another word for it. Positive values on a number line, and let's just go ahead and get to it. Again, it seems very simple, but it does build, so make sure that you stay where you need to be in terms of paying attention. So some examples are, if you were asked to graph the number 3 on a number line, or plot the number 3 on a number line, it's just a counting exercise, and what you want to do first is make sure you know what you're counting by. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can assume that that is a one-to-one step. So we would go from 0, 1, 2, 3, and that would be your 3, and then you would put a dot right there. Alright. Always start from 0 when you are plotting, even though as you get better you can kind of work your way into it, but always start at 0 just to make sure you're doing everything that you need to stay disciplined. B, graph the number 7 on a number line. So again, starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. If you're doing this on your own, just make sure you have your 0 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a dot. Don't forget to label it, and that's good for me. For your 3, again, you would start at 0 and go 1, 2, 3, put your dot and put your 3 there. That's good enough also. So like I said, just make sure that if somebody's coming back and checking your work, that they actually see that it goes 0, 1, 2, 3 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be good for your representation. What value is being graphed? This is really what you're going to see on your homework today. Key thing to remember is, again, this is actually a mark, so you want to make sure you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means that that has to be what it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4 should be the number that is being graphed, and all you have to do is type in the number 4 and get that right. Again, what value is being graphed here? Starting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the value being graphed, and all you have to do is type in an 8. Alright. This skill is going to build on itself throughout the unit, so again, be sure to get an idea on how it works. Don't just take for granted looking at it thinking this is a Sesame Street type of thing. This is actually your ability to visually represent or visually identify what's going on in a picture. So make sure you get an idea, because again, it is going to get tougher starting tomorrow, and then every day we're going to add on something else. So because of the simplicity of this topic, we can begin to work on one of your other math skills. A multiple is a value that results from multiplying a value by different amounts. Again, multiple, multiply, same start, so that's what it means. So multiples are important because they're used to manipulate values when we get into more complex processes, which we'll talk about later. This unit will also include work with multiples. I recommend doing the work without a calculator as much as possible, but you should use a calculator to fix your initial errors. So what I mean by that is, on your MathXL, try to answer the question without a calculator. Then once it says you missed it, go back and use your calculator to check your work, and that way you can kind of figure out where your glitch is, because everybody tends to have the same, I won't say the same glitch, but we tend to make the same mistakes in our work, and so it's good for you to identify that mistake so you can start to get past it now, as we start to get ready for a lot of math in your future. The logic behind it is, if you do not experience a bit of frustration from getting it wrong, then you'll never really care to get it right. As a result, you'll never truly improve. I do like to say, if you don't fully experience the feeling of falling short or failing, then you'll never really have any reason to prepare anymore, because you never really felt the pain that you were supposed to in the first place. So if you were asked for the multiples of 6, here's what it means. Starting with 6. Pretty much, if it's the first 10 multiples, you should be going from 6 to 60. So 6, and then if you have to, put 6 dots up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 6, I believe, is 18. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You can do it that way. 19, 20 to 1 to 2, 3, 4. 30. I think 36 would be next. Again, I'm just counting by 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 6 is 18. 18 plus 6, 24. 24 plus 6, 30. 30 plus 6, 36. And even after that, you kind of notice that that ended in 6. So the next number is going to end in a 2, because it should, which would be 42, because 6 plus 6 is 12. 2 plus 6 is 8, so 48. 8 plus 6 is 14, so 54. And then the last number you would get to is 60. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60. Here is your part that is going to help you with if you can start to learn to count by sixes at least a little bit. And that is, this is 6 times 1. This is 6 times 2. This is 6 times 3, 6 times 4. So as you start to get into your multiplication skills and you get to a test that doesn't allow you to use a calculator, at least being able to kind of count by 6 will let you kind of figure out what the answers are. First 10 multiples of 9. This is a special one to me. 10 multiples of 9 goes 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90. And I want you to look at this pattern. This is the ones digit. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This is your tens digit. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is for all the 9s every time you multiply by 9. Another thing to pay attention to on your multiples of 9 is that they all add to 9. This is a 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 2 plus 7 is 9. 3 plus 6 is 9. 4 plus 5. And all those digits, all those numbers have digits that actually add up to 9. So 9 is a special number, and it helps you whenever you multiply by 9 because you can use that to your advantage. Again, let me explain why this is important. I think all of us know how to count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I think all of us typically know how to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. I've taken those out. Alright, kind of like it says here. For the sake of your own sanity, I removed those because that would just kind of get on your nerves. I used all the numbers that you typically don't count by, but the only reason that you're good at counting by 1s, 2s, 5s, and typically 10s is because you've actually done it before, and you've had to do it before, or you've practiced, or you did something to where you used that skill more than just, one time. And so what these exercises are going to do is kind of put them back in front of you to where you have to at least practice counting by 6 on occasion or counting by 9 on occasion, and so you should do a little faster, which is the overall point of what this is. Take advantage of this opportunity to learn a very high percentage on your to earn a very high percentage on your homework and assessments. Again, I think it should be a decently easy homework assignment. I think it should be a decently easy quiz, and I think it should be a decently easy test as long as you keep up. And again, the key thing is this test must be done on that Friday. So make sure that you understand there is no time for makeups and asking for breaks. When this test comes up on Friday, it has to be done. So other than that, go ahead and go to your Math Excel so we can stay ahead of everything, and good luck on that.